Hey guys, MMA Savant here, and I just want to say a few quick thoughts before I go out and start this project outside. Um, so this is a piggyback onto what Ramsey Dewey was saying. He put a video out. I just want to add to what he said. I agree with everything he said. I just want to add a few things to it. Now, I don't know Mr. Dewey. I don't know Ramsey. I never met him. He doesn't even know who I am. So these are my thoughts only. So keep that in mind. So the question was posed, or the notion rather, was posed by a judoka that maintains that anytime a judo throw or judo hip toss or any kind of toss is executed in mixed martial arts, so think of the UFC, that the fight should be called an automatic TKO. Because, this is what the guy said, because in a street fight, if you got tossed on the concrete or in a street fight, you would be dead. The first thing I want to address is this. Empirically, that's not true. Yes, people have died from high velocity judo throws on their head. Yes. But people have also survived those. Okay? So that argument right there doesn't make any sense, because you can leave this channel right now and type in judo street fight throws or whatever, and you can watch human beings, if that's your thing, being tossed on their head on the concrete and being hurt, being knocked out, but surviving. And you can also watch people dying. I'm not sure if you can watch people dying on YouTube, but one can surmise that a body being thrown onto a concrete thing is a good chance of death. Okay. Second of all, I don't think the person who posed the notion knows what a TKO is. A TKO, at least as it pertains to mixed martial arts, is a technical knockout. I'm sure it's the same in boxing, but whatever. Now, before I say this part, I'm going to tell people, I have a little bit of, I call myself an MMA savant only because I'm a big fan of it. I'm not an expert, I'm just a big fan of it. But I'm such a big fan of it that I'm a Herb Dean certified referee, judge, and inspector. So, let me explain to you what a TKO is and what a TKO isn't. Alright. TKO. If you and I are fighting, okay, and we're in the cage, we're in the UFC, we're in Bellator, we're in WSOF, or whatever it's called now, PFL, whatever the thing is, Legacy, doesn't matter. We're fighting, okay? And now I'm primarily a grappler. I don't do any striking really, so just if I'm wrong technically, sorry, but okay. So, fight starts on the feet, right? You throw a combination at me, and let's say I slip the two. Okay? Two goes back here, I slip the two, and I come up with one of these. Boom! And I hit you right in the floating rib. And it doubles you over and everything, and you can clearly not continue. But you are not unconscious. You are awake, and you are in a lot of pain. And you wish to hell that you were anywhere else in the world right now. You cannot continue. You are, and that is a technical knockout. Okay. Another version of a technical knockout is this. You and I are fighting. I step back, and I roll my ankle and I break it. I twist my ankle and I break it, okay? That is a technical knockout win for you. You didn't foul me, but in the course of the fight, without a foul happening, an injury happened to me that allowed me to not continue anymore. That is a TKO victory for you. Alright. if the judo toss is executed and I am A, unconscious, stop the fight. B, slam so hard that I can't even breathe, or I'm like knocked in my fat dome here, and I'm like, what's happening? You know, stop the fight. Those are justified stoppages for TKO. But if I'm Fedor and you're Kevin Randleman, or I'm Kevin Randleman and you're Fedor, and I pick you up with this high elevation slam and dump you on your dome, and you roll out of it, and you show the world and the referee that you're fine, we're not stopping the fight, because it's mixed martial arts. It isn't first one to a takedown. Second of all, where does it stop? Do we include high elevation, high velocity wrestling slams, a la Daniel Cormier with Josh Barnett or Dan Henderson? Those are powerful slams. Those would have done a lot of damage. Do we include highest on and sambo slams? Okay, that's the grappling or the takedown realm. Where does it stop in striking? Could a boxer or a Muay Thai guy or a striker make the notion or the argument that, well, if he thinks that, then I think that anytime a fighter is punched in the head, TKO. And my logic is this, because in a street fight, he wouldn't be wearing a gum shield or, you know, a mouthpiece. So, broken jaw. It's a slippery slope, guys. First of all, I've been hip tossed. Not on the street, you know, but on a mat in a tournament. Years ago, I was at a tournament in a Cesar Gracie gym, and I got hip tossed. I broke my fall, like, you know, we all practice. If you come from a good school, if you go to a good school, the very, 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 very first thing you should learn, first day, is how to fall. That's what we train for. I'm not a fighter. I'm not even really much of a competitor. I've got 5 or 6 regional, like, local medals, you know, but nothing special. So skill set wise, I am on the bottom rung of, if I'm trying to compare myself to mixed martial artists. I'm just not a fighter. So those are just some thoughts I had. Number one, where would it stop? We'd have to make pretty much all high velocity slams an automatic end of the fight. Now, if the person in question doesn't agree with the 99% of the population who thinks that idea is not that bright, and he goes off and starts his own promotion, and he calls it whatever promotion, whatever. He's going to have a lot of irritated fans in the audience because they paid their money, they sat down, the referee said, "Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? All right, fight." And 30 seconds later, some guy gets a Harai Goshi or whatever hip toss, and the fight is over. The guy who got tossed, the woman who got tossed, is fine. Because she trains for this. Because he trains for this. But fight stop. Thanks, guys. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for giving me your money. And I'll see you later. It just doesn't make any sense. So, you know, it's kind of a, you know, I try to be pretty nice, but it's frankly kind of a dumb argument. Because then you have to make pretty much everything an automatic stoppage. well, if I punched you, if I jabbed you in the mouth, or whatever, then like you wouldn't have a gum shield. I'd knock your teeth out. I'd probably break your jaw. It's like, yeah, but this isn't that. This isn't people that never left their small town with a chip on their shoulder that has themselves convinced that they're tough. These are world-class athletes who earned, accolades in Muay Thai and kickboxing and world champions in Jiu-Jitsu and Judo and Division I wrestlers and Olympians. There's a really silly narrative or argument out there. It's been around forever. It'll never die. If you're watching, let's say you go out to Buffalo Wild Wings or your local sports bar, and you're watching a fight card. Undoubtedly, there's always somebody out there who will make this statement. Oh, these pansies, they fight in a cage with rules. I'm a street fighter, and if I fought one of these dudes, that's a wrap. They wouldn't last 10 seconds with me. Now I know you just ignore them because it's usually somebody who looks like fucking Jack Black saying it, or some slob wearing an Affliction tap out t-shirt, half drunk. I get it. He's not a real threat. He's just talking. But here's my response to that. Okay. Let's say you really thought that you could beat, Chris Weidman in a fight. And you met Chris Weidman while he was out walking along the sidewalk. And you challenged him, for whatever reason, to a fist fight. Chris Weidman at that current time is also in a no-rules street fight. He doesn't have rules either. He's not going to say, okay, please sir, let me get my mouthpiece in, The only problem is, he's a lot better trained than you are, he's in a lot better condition than you are, and I got news for you, he's not scared of you. You're going to get your ass kicked. And frankly, rightfully so, for trying to pick a fight with somebody. Like, you're going to learn a hard lesson about yourself. If you're an adult man and you're still talking, or woman, or whatever your deal is, and you're like older than, 23, and you're going out there and you got yourself convinced that you're a street fighter, you're not. You're not tough. Like, at all. I'm a 6'1", 230-pound submission grappler. I don't even consider myself tough in any way. The more I learn, the less, the more I question myself. It's a really weird thing, I got news for you, homie. You ain't that tough. The whole thought about, Romero, or, it doesn't matter who it is. If you truly believed, I don't talk about if you're a 12-year-old and your friends are doing hi-yahs in the garage because you just saw a Bruce Lee movie. That's fine. That's kid stuff. Let kids be kids. It's fun to talk about kung fu and stuff like that. It's fine. But now that you've grown up and you're in your 20s and you have an adult brain, hopefully, there's a reason why you can tell yourself whatever you want. You're too busy. You're too tough for it. There's a reason why you ain't walking into your local MMA gym and challenging one of these so-called fighters to a fight. You would get your ass monkey stomped. I know it. Empirical evidence shows it. 6'6" guy trying to fight sea-level fighter Josh Neer and getting his ass whipped. Like, that's just one example. I'm sure there's more out there. So I just want to address that too. Like, quit it with the Street Fighter shit. There ain't no rules. Well, there ain't no rules for him either. And he's also better conditioned than you and a lot better trained. And there's nothing you can do that he hasn't seen before. Or she, or whoever it is. Okay. That is my my spiel. I woke up today, turned on some YouTube like I always do every morning. Went through the thing and I saw that video. I just want to address that. This is my 4th time filming it. It's kind of rambly, but I had no intention of addressing the Street Fighter guy. You know, grow up already. You're not tough, okay? Just stop. You're embarrassing yourself. You know, and you're gonna end up in jail, or you end up with you're gonna end up in the hospital. Frankly, you're gonna get your ass kicked. Go join a gym. For God's sake, go take one goddamn boxing lesson. Go take a class. Okay? Anyway, I want to address that too. Grow up already. If you have a problem with what I'm saying, prove me wrong. You go to your local MMA gym, do not call out a black belt, do not call out a professional high-level fighter. I want you to call out a regional pro, smaller than yourself, and watch him fucking beat the shit out of you. I don't want you to give yourself any excuses. I want you to go pick a fight with somebody who's not a black belt, who's not a world champion, just a regular guy who's a regional pro, or even an amateur. You will get your ass kicked. Anyway, that's my thought, guys. Respected to Ramsey Dewey. I like judo. I think it's cool. I love the judo tosses. Hector Lombard's performance against Jake Shields was amazing. I've never seen anybody do that to Jake Shields before. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Hip toss, throw, trip, amazing. Ronda Rousey, I'm not a fan of hers, I never was, but I respect her technique. Carl Parisian, amazing. You know, I respect judo, I like it, I like the tosses, but no, that was a silly idea, and frankly, it should never have been asked. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm the MMA Savant. I got a little project to do, a little diesel work to do. So thanks for watching my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'm thinking about making a Bellator video for, what is that called? Would that be Machida Gegard, or would that be considered Archuleta Pitbull? Anyway, that card coming up. There's a featherweight tournament coming up. It looks really exciting. It's midway right now, and I want to put some predictions down. Thanks for watching my video, guys. MMA Savant, and I'm out.